in the Casey Anthony case. Dan Abrams standing by to weigh in, but first here's ABC's Rob Nelson with the latest on that evidence that police never found. Good morning, Rob.
Good morning, guys. Jose Baez first revealed some of what is now being described as that missing evidence right here on GMA in July, but this morning it appears police and prosecutors are finally breaking their silence.
We, the jury, find the defendant not guilty.
This morning, ABC News has learned that the sheriff's office that investigated the case admits it missed strange internet searches made on the Anthony's home computer the last day Kaylee was seen alive. The searches were apparently never discovered by investigators because they were done using a web browser they never searched.
On the day that Kaylee died, someone on the Anthony home computer ran searches an hour after George Anthony said she left home.
Anthony's trial attorney, Jose Baez, first disclosed the Google search for the term foolproof suffocation in July here on GMA, and in his book, Presumed Guilty. Significant because part of his defense was that Kaylee drowned in the family pool. At the time, prosecutors and police did not comment, but now one investigator is reportedly saying the missed computer records are an oversight and a, quote, learning experience, something Baez told us overnight he does not believe.
This evidence didn't help the prosecution in any way, shape, or form, and it's no surprise to me that it was not presented in trial.
Baez now says the evidence could have helped his case because the incriminating searches were made after prosecutors contend Anthony had left the house.
What is significant is that there was computer activity. You have a serious problem if you're the prosecution, and that is that she's home and she didn't leave at 12:50.
Now, Baez says had the searches been revealed in court, they would have called into question the testimony of Anthony's father as well as the prosecution's timeline. Meantime, though, former prosecutor Jeff Ashton reportedly now says it was, quote, a shame he did not have the evidence. George?
Okay, Rob, thanks. Let's talk to GMA's Dan Abrams right now about all this. It may be a shame that the prosecutors
didn't.
Bigger than a shame.
I mean, bigger than a shame. It's a huge piece of evidence.
But first things first, no way this will get Casey Anthony back in court.
Casey Anthony could confess, and it wouldn't change anything. She could come forward and say, here's how I did it, here's why I did it, here are the details, and she still couldn't be tried again because of double jeopardy. Basically says you cannot be tried twice for the same crime.
But looking back, hypothetically, could this have made a difference?
It could have. I don't think it would have. Remember, there was a lot of evidence presented at trial about computer searches that she did. Now, she searched allegedly for chloroform, neck breaking, other incriminating things. And for each and every one of those, the defense had a response. Either it was her mother who was doing it, or you can't show that it was her who was on the computer, etc. And while this is an even bigger bombshell, I think, than any of those, I think that this jury still would have found her not guilty. I mean, look, there was definitely proof beyond a reasonable doubt, if you wanted to find it there, to convict Casey Anthony. I don't think that this particular piece of evidence would have changed this particular jury's mind.
Final question, such a high-profile case, how do you explain how the investigators missed it?
You can't. I mean, particularly in a high-profile case, right, where the world is watching and where you want to cross the T's and dot the I's to make sure you do everything right. The notion that a huge piece of evidence that the defense knew about was missed by law enforcement is embarrassing and shameful, and I think is going to lead to them rethinking how they do what they do.
And obviously the defense under no obligation to bring it forward.
Absolutely no. The defense doesn't have to give prosecutors any sort of evidence.
Okay, Dan Abrams, thanks very much.